But in our first segment tonight, let's discuss the University of Maryland's big move from the ACC to the Big Ten Conference. And here to discuss this topic are former Terp football stars Leon Joe, J.B. Brown, and Lamont Jordan. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by. This is like a big topic here in this area, Maryland going to the Big Ten from the ACC. And why don't you guys talk about your background so people will know a little more about you? I'm sure most Washingtonians know about you, starting with Lamont.
Lamont Jordan, graduate of Sideline High School, 1997. Yes, sir. Sideline Rams. University of Maryland from 1997 to 2000 was my last year there.
All right. And you played for Coach Lynch when you were there?
Yeah, Coach Lynch, yes.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, great coach.
Yes, yes, he was. Great man.
Yeah. And Leon?
I came out of Friendly High School. 99 was my last year, state championship, by the way. Came into Maryland in the summer of 99 and stayed there until 2003.
You played both ways.
I played both ways at Friendly High School.
Yeah. All right. They don't do that anymore. J.B. Brown.
My name is J.B. Brown, and DeMatha graduate, DeMatha High School graduate, and I played at Maryland from 1985 to 1989. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. And all you guys went on to play in the NFL. But let's talk about your careers at Maryland. I guess, J.B., you were before these guys, and you played under Coach Bobby Ross at first, your first couple years, huh?
Yeah, my first 2 years were under Coach Bobby Ross. Won the ACC championship my freshman year, and then things started to go downhill. A lot of that was attributed to Len Bias, what happened to him. Mm-hmm. And they, there was some certain restrictions that they put on the school as far as recruiting, so I think that hurt us. And after Coach Ross left, Coach Krivak came in, and we didn't do so well. So, that was my college career.
And then you went on to the NFL.
Yeah, I got drafted on the 12th round by the Miami Dolphins, and played there for 8 years. Had a great career there, and then from there I went to Pittsburgh, played a year.
You took your talents to South Beach, right?
Yes,
right.
South Beach, yeah. Great time there in South Beach. Once I left there, I went to Pittsburgh for 1 year, then Arizona for 1 year, and then finished up in Detroit the last 2 years. And my coach in Detroit was Bobby Ross again.
Bobby
Ross
was
the head
again.
coach. So,
wow.
Yeah, it worked out. Mm-hmm.
All right, Leon, your NFL career.
My NFL career began in 2004. I was drafted to the Chicago Bears. Actually did a bit of moving around even in my rookie year. Moved on to the Arizona Cardinals. The Bears brought me back at the end of that 2004 season, so I ended up spending the next 2 years there, and I ended up with Buffalo in 2008 season. So total of 4 years in the league.
Okay. And Lamont, running back.
Yes. Got drafted by the Jets in 2001, second round. Played there for 4 years under Herm Edwards. Played in Oakland for 3 years. Left Oakland, had the opportunity to play for Coach Belichick with the Patriots for 1 year. Wow. And then my last year in 2009 was with Josh McDaniels and the Denver Broncos.
All right. And I tell you, you're sporting a beard like you could play with Boston Red Sox. Remember those beards they were wearing back during the World Series? It's pretty nice, man. But let's talk about Maryland. I mean, you guys, Maryland has left to go to Big Ten. What was the reason? What is the reason why they left?
Money.
Money. Okay, and that's pretty much throughout all college sports now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a move, I think, that was necessary for the school. But, as a player, and I think as a fan, you lose a bit of the prestige that comes with sticking in with your conference. But, it was necessary. Hopefully, it'll turn out to be a move for the best.
When you guys went to Maryland, did you go because they were in the ACC? Was that a big deal to you?
I committed to Carolina. Yeah, I committed to Carolina. That didn't work out. Obviously, the Lord has some better plans for me. And I just remember sitting down talking to Vandy, and he told me what he felt I would be able to do my freshman year. And, you know, looking at the running backs that were there, I felt like I had a great opportunity to come in and get some playing time as a true freshman. And, you know, after that, it was, you know, 4 years strong.
What about you, JB, when you went to Maryland?
When I decided to go to Maryland.
Was that a big deal, those Maryland rivalries with
yeah, it was.
North Carolina?
At the time, they were ranked in one of the publications as the #1 team. They were preseason #1. They had a really good team. They had just come off of winning 2 straight ACC championships. Boomer Esiason had been there, so they had a really good team. They had some really good players. So, and plus it was important to stay home, and because they were ranked so high, I chose to go to Maryland.
The Maryland Terrapins, they're pretty big in this area. I guess the Big Ten wants to take advantage of this big market here in the D.C. area, right? Is that a pro for Maryland too? I mean, because I want to discuss the pros and cons. Is that a good thing for the people in this area, the Maryland, I guess, alumni and fans?
I think it's a better move for the Big Ten than it is for Maryland.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it is I believe the #2 media capital of the states. So it's a really big market. Of course, Maryland will benefit, and I believe that there's somewhere around 10 million plus for the move to the Big Ten.
Okay.
So,
what about travel expenses, though? Isn't that going to cost more? And also travel expenses of the Maryland fans going up to Michigan. Do you think the Maryland fans will travel to Michigan and Wisconsin?
I really think it depends on if Maryland is winning or not.
Okay.
I think
so
when your
that
team
makes
is
a
winning,
big difference.
the fans will travel. If your team's not winning, you can tell by the home games that, you know, the teams aren't traveling if your team is winning.
Now, if
Fans
you guys, what about if you had to choose now? Would you choose Maryland, being that they're in the Big Ten? Would you choose them all over?
That's a tough question. Maybe. Maybe.
personally, no, I wouldn't. My thing coming out of Maryland was, well, Florida State was hot during the late 90s, and I knew I had the opportunity to play against Florida State. I mean, I think Maryland lost a bit of its identity in moving to the Big Ten, so it's kind of, who are they? Different uniforms every weekend. You know, it's just,
I know, yeah.
Who's Maryland?
Yeah. What about now the future of the university's football program? Do you see it as something bright down the road, though?
I think it'll be bright down the road. The DMV is quickly growing, and I think from a national standpoint, I think people are starting to realize that we have a lot of athletes. You hear about Florida with the speed, you hear about the Midwest with the size, but you talk about the DMV, we have both the size and the speed. So I think that the program is the future looks bright for us. I think that there's going to be a struggling period once you move to the Big Ten.
Right.
But the same way the Big Ten schools get to come to Maryland and recruit, now we're open.
You can go out
Maryland's open to the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is going to be something that benefits us.
Okay. All right. Well, any big experience that you remember, Leon or Lamont, from playing at Maryland? Anything that you remember that was really great while you were there?
My most memorable, I guess, I have a few. But I think the most memorable was the night we won the ACC championship. We were playing Clemson, and I just remember seeing ACC champions written on the scoreboard, lit up, and you know, the house was packed. It was a good game. You know, that was memorable for me.
All right. Well, we won't see ACC champions lit up anymore, but maybe we'll see Big Ten champions.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us.